All right. Hello, y'all. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that we all love, at least in theory, but I'm going to give you the how to's. We are going to talk about how to double your income quick, easy, and fast. And did I say quickly? So, I want to give you some ideas around how to stop trading time for money and how to get more for this thing that you love to do, right? How to serve more clients with more impact and make more money doing it. So, what if I told you there was a way to use your current skill set? Your current skill set. We're not talking about getting any extra certifications. We're not talking about going back to school. We're not talking about anything besides what you already have, what you already know, what you already are doing to make more money right away, even if you don't want to run your own business or hustle for new clients. That's what we're talking about today. So here's what I want to know. You guys tell me, first of all, if you're here, if you're watching, tell me hello. You know, I love your hearts and fires. They give me energy, they give me life. Give me your hearts and fire. Give me your hello. Who here believes that it is possible to earn more money without leading more workouts or without hustling for more clients? Who here believes they are leaving money on the table? Who here believes that you should, there's that word, you guys, should is a cuss word in my book. I don't like it. But in this case, it's applicable. So, who believes they should be getting paid more? Who believes they should be able to figure out a way to make more without leading more workouts? So, how to double your income this week without starting a business or hustling for new clients? I know that's a big promise. But if you know my personal story, you know I can deliver the goods. I have built two multi six-figure businesses from the ground up, bootstrapped, no investment. And I teach my clients to do the same thing every day, day in, day out. So many fitness pros are doing the time for money merry-go-round, tearing up their bodies for some dollars, feeling stuck without options. If you are watching, it's probably because you are feeling the same. We get used to the idea that the only way to make more money is to work more, to trade more hours for more dollars. But the one thing that we need to learn as fitness pros, and especially just as the fact that we are service providers, right? Fitness is a service. We are service providers. We're going to borrow an idea from the world of entrepreneurialism, and that is that the most expensive resource you have at your disposal is time. You can make more workouts. You can make more things. You can do more. You can never get the time back that you have spent doing the things. So if you're leading one-on-one, if you're leading more workouts in order to get more money, it's the only thing that you cannot get back. Time is our most precious resource. And that is even more true in professions where our body is a major part of the service delivery mechanism. We, as fitness instructors, as personal trainers, as small group fitness leaders, we cannot afford to spend more time leading workouts that wear us down mentally and physically. You guys, if you're watching, whether you're watching live or in the replay, let me know this. I had this experience at the beginning of COVID. I stopped teaching 10, 12 classes a week, and I got stronger and I lost weight because I was all of a sudden focusing on my own workouts. Did you guys have that experience as well? Just another reason that we cannot afford to lead more workouts. We can't afford it because we're not leaving anything in the tank for ourselves, let alone we're wearing down our bodies and we're not able to go 40, 50, 60 hours a week, right? All right. So stick around because By the end of this session, I'm about to give you 3 ways to create more income doing what you love. So let's get started. But first, let me intro the show. This is the Fit Pro Show at the Fitness Music Lounge. I'm Kelly Coulter. I've been a fitness instructor as well as an online marketing geek since the 90s, and I've helped thousands of fit pros bootstrap their businesses quickly and easily while creating profit from day one. I'm teaching you step by step how to get your first clients, how to get your next clients so that you can build a massively profitable business. Because my mission is simple. As pros, we all have a unique mix of experiences, expertise, and personality that makes us perfect to serve a specific audience. It's my mission to help you find and serve that audience so that you can step away from the gym, serve clients you love, and make a real living doing it. Every other week, I do a live session here in the Fitness Music Lounge at 2 p.m. Eastern on Monday to help you extend the business building and marketing expertise that I have to offer into your work, whether you're inside a gym or whether you own your own business. All right, so let's get started. I've got 3 ideas that I want to extend to you. And these are around doubling your income as a fitness instructor or as a personal trainer, even as a gym manager or small group leader. So, the first, I'm going to give you my note first. The note I have here is this one is going to require most of us to get out of our comfort zones. So, I think for most of us, I don't know, it really depends on who you are, but this may be the hardest to swallow. And I just want to submit the idea to you that it's the hardest to swallow because of fear, because we kind of know it's going to be the most effective. When you get that little feeling, so when I tell you what I'm going to say, and you get that little feeling, I want you to just realize that it's going to require a little planning and forethought. It's not because it's not doable, and it's not because it's going to be so uncomfortable. If you use a little planning and forethought, this can actually be a very productive process. So the idea is this. I want you to rethink your compensation model in collaboration with your employer. So I want you to go to your employer and rethink the current compensation model. If you are a fitness instructor, what I'm seeing is the average fitness instructor is making anywhere between $15 an hour. You guys, I know we all do it, up to 35, maybe 45 for some of the high-end boutiques. We're not making enough, especially for the amount of time that we are putting into what we do, right? So most of us, we drive to the gym, we teach the session. On top of that, we've spent hours ahead of time preparing a playlist, planning workouts, not to mention getting the shoes, getting the leggings, getting all the stuff, and getting all the certifications. So by the time we get to the gym, teach the class, change our shoes, and leave, we have most likely lost money. For most of us, that is a true statement. Let me know if that's true or not true for you. So that's fitness instructors. Now, personal trainers are doing a little bit better. They get a little bit higher of a compensation rate per hour, and they're at the gym longer. So they're at the gym for hours a day and they're doing several clients. So they may make out a little bit better. But either way, nobody that is working as an instructor or a personal trainer, or I would say 95% of who is working as a personal trainer or instructor, is not making enough. And as instructors, we know we always say we wouldn't do it for the money, and most of us are really not doing it for the money. The best thing that we can say is we get a free gym membership. Let me know if you disagree. All right, so I want to talk about 4 ways to possibly look at compensation that might help you and help the gym at the same time. So we're talking about win-win situations that we could go and propose to the gym and collaborate with them in order to start making what you are worth, allowing the gym to value what you offer. So the first one, the easiest one to kind of conceive up for most of us in terms of being a win-win for us and the gym would be participant-based compensation. Going to your management and to your ownership and saying, I am bringing you 50 people that I serve personally as an instructor for an hour, and I give them an excellent experience 3 times a week, 4 times a week, however many long. They are members of this gym because of me, and I would like more of a cut of that. Maybe that means that gym management is going to look at raising their rates if they're using your class. Maybe they start to deem your class as like a premier class. Whatever they have to do, this is just one thought that I want to extend to you. If it hits for you, great. If it doesn't, that's great too. You guys, give me your comments. Let me know what you're thinking of these things as I spout them out to you. So, if you have a large following, or if you think you are going to be able to build a large following, especially in group exercise, or if you think you're going to grow a super loyal following for small groups or for personal trainers, the most effective, cost effective way for a gym to keep their clients happy is group exercise. There is no other way that you could get 50, 100, sometimes even 200 people in a room being served really well and having an awesome experience with one instructor and paying that one instructor 25 bucks. The equipment that's on the floor in the gym costs more than that to maintain. The treadmills, the ellipticals, even the weight room, the cleaning protocols these days. So it's the most cost-effective way for the gym or the facility to serve these people and keep them happy. And you're just asking for value-based compensation on that based on the number of people you're keeping happy. So that would be the first, is to look at possible participant-based compensation models. Now the second, so let me know if you've got any questions about that, y'all. Contribute them right there in the comments. The second might be around compensation models. This is just point number one, compensation models. Number two would be format-based compensation. Specialization matters, y'all. Specialization is how coaches become high-end coaches. It's how people who have a general skill set drill in and become rich. You see it all around you every day. The difference between a coach and a coach that has a specialization. And we are all coaches. We are all coaches. That's what people come to us for, is our coaching. So specialization matters. If you serve a special population and that benefits the organization, everyone wins. So you don't need to be going into the gym and teaching a chair class or a I've been talking to Christine Conti today. She does the facial exercise classes, um, an aqua class, a yoga class. We pay thousands of dollars for our yoga certifications because yoga benefits people in so many more ways than just cardiovascular strength and fitness. When you are able to articulate the specialized benefits of what you have to offer, you become a specialist. And when you become a specialist, you can charge more. So look at format-based compensation and look at the idea that you offer specialized benefits and that benefits the facility that you work for. That's number two under point number one. Still got two more for you. So the third under compensation would be career level compensation. The idea that you've been teaching for 10, 15, 20 years. And if you are not making more than the new instructors, is that something that could be happening? Is that something that your facility values? And if so, let's have that conversation. And the fourth is seniority level compensation. Does your organization value loyalty? And if it does, what is it worth to them? This became especially true after COVID. I was one of the defectors. I did not go back to teaching in person after COVID, and there are a lot of them. So if your organization found that there were a lot of people that did not come back after COVID, they might really be valuing your loyalty right now, and now is a good time to have that conversation with them. All right. Now, this is an important conversation to have. I'm going to give you some pro tips on having this conversation. It's a really important conversation to have, and it's one that deserves some forethought and rehearsal time. One thing you want to make sure that you stay aware of is your mindset going in. So, I've seen so many people go into conversations like this and say things like, well, the cost of living is going up. Gas costs more. I've got another kid now. I need more money. Y'all, this is not a conversation about your needs. You're not going in and asking for a favor. You're stating facts like, I've been an instructor for 15 years and that level of experience is worth something. Like, I have a specialized yoga certification and I am teaching yoga therapy classes that benefit your members 3 times a week, and I want to be compensated for that. You are stating facts and you are calling your employer to recognize your value in their organization. Do you see the difference? So I don't ever want you to go into your employer and say, I need a raise because gas, kids, blah, blah, blah. No, that does not matter to them. What matters to them is how they win. So you're going to state the facts of how you help your employer win, and you are going to ask them to fairly recognize your value. All right, let me know if you've got questions. So that was point number 1 around rethinking the compensation model. Number two way to double your income this week. Partner within your specialty to help organizations or facilities outside of your current employer to serve their people, and then ask for a revenue share. So, all of us have community centers around us, right? Those community centers have a really hard time filling their personal training slots and their instructor slots. They have a really hard time. So sometimes you'll go into a community center and they'll ask you to become an employee. You're going to turn that on its head and say, I'm not interested in becoming an employee. What I am interested in doing is teaching these classes for you, and I will keep 70% of what these classes make, and you will keep 30%. Or I will rent the space from you, and I will keep all of it. So rev shares in partnership with current facilities and organizations that can help them serve their people, keep their people happy, and also make you money. All right, so community centers are great for this type of arrangement. Organizations that you are already involved in are great for this type of arrangement. Things like the junior league, your church, even your kids' baseball league. You could go teach the moms a yoga class while kids are practicing baseball in the same rec complex, right? So think about organizations that you are already involved in that you might be able to spend some time serving their people, and then you would do a revenue share with them. I recommend starting those negotiations at 70-30. You keep 70, they keep 30. Recreation departments are another good one for this. So I mentioned community centers, and a lot of time community centers and recreation departments are together, but sometimes they're not. So look within your local government and see where there's a rec department that might just be organizing baseball leagues and doing soccer and that sort of thing and keeping parks clean, but not offering any kind of fitness programming. Go to them, have that conversation. And then, of course, corporate wellness. Y'all, there's such a need in this country for partnerships with corporate wellness between individual fitness instructors and personal trainers and corporate wellness. There's such a need that every time I have Debbie Bellinger on my show, she's a corporate partnership specialist. People go crazy. They want to hear everything she has to say. And she has got a master class now going on because of it. And she coaches inside my 12-month coaching program on corporate partnerships because it's so important and so needed and so necessary. So not only do the human resources people within corporate entities need to check that box off in their job description and in their yearly to-do list, but also they want those partnerships. They want to be able to serve their people. And those partnerships work out really well for individuals who are looking for ways to go beyond that traditional working for time for dollars for a facility. So think about anybody that you know that works in HR. Can you have that conversation with them? Can they hook you up with the right people to have that conversation? Think about programs that might be beautiful for specific corporate entities that are near to you. So, local corporations. Now, here's my note about this. If you are serious, and I want you to be, about not adding more workout hours to your week, then this strategy, partnering within your specialty to help entities serve their people and doing a rev share, this may require you to swap out some of your hourly based work for some of these rev share sessions. So if you're already working for a gym and let's say you're teaching 5 classes and now you're looking at partnering within your specialty and doing a rev share, you may need to give up 2 of your classes so that you can do 2 rev share classes and not add workouts to your schedule. I'm going to leave that up to you. But what I will tell you is that these can be much more lucrative on an hourly basis as well as long term. So it is worth investigation. All right. Now, my pro tip here, I've got one more thing I want to say about these rev share sessions. My pro tip is that workouts as well as chair workouts are a great way to add specialty classes. And right away, there are audiences built in with each of those, right? They're a great way to add specialty classes without putting more strain on your body. So chair workouts are supported, you're seated, they're great for senior communities, they're great for communities that serve the disabled or that serve obese, that serve specific injuries. Chair-based workouts are great. Aqua-based workouts are great, of course, for community centers and places that have a large pool and would like to serve people who are not looking to tear up their joints, but still looking to get a great workout. You can teach these types of classes without adding more, or at least a ton more wear and strain on your body. All right. And number 3, give me a second. My notes are acting funny and I can't get to number 3. Haha. Number 3, premium level add-ons. All right. So this is my third idea that I've got for you. Again, we're talking about doubling your income without adding more workouts or hustling for new clients. Premium level add-ons can add additional income without you doing more workouts. Now, they are going to add hours to your week, but you're not going to be working out. So, some examples of this might be offering personal training if you are certified that complements your work within group classes or small group sessions. So, let's say you are a CrossFit trainer and you're leading CrossFit workouts. So, you're coaching your people through CrossFit workouts, and then you're going to offer some specialty personal training outside of those small group sessions. So these would be things like performance based training. Let's say somebody wants to get ready for the CrossFit Games, and you're going to help them get their squat weight higher, or, all the things CrossFit people do. I do not do CrossFit, so I can't speak directly to this, but it's a great example of how you could do premium level add-ons for additional income. Another example would be results or goal-based personal training. So let's say you teach some HIIT classes and people are getting great cardiovascular benefits, and maybe you're starting to notice that you've got some runners coming in, and maybe you've got that special skill set where you have been a runner and you've worked with runners. Maybe you can offer classes that get their time down in the 5K, or that help get your chair-based people to where they could walk a 5K. These are examples of premium level add-ons that would complement what you do in class and that could be added. Now, if you're working for a facility or a gym, you're going to work in conjunction with your management to add these things to your repertoire, and you're going to be compensated separately. I would again suggest that you look at a compensation model that looks more like a revenue share. So 70-30, where you're keeping 70% because you are offering a very specialized premium level add-on. So these things can be taken outside of the traditional compensation model because it's something new and different. Another example would be condition-based premium level add-ons. So let's say you've got a large population of people with a specific injury or issue, and then you learn to serve them, you learn to rehabilitate them, and you're able to offer that as a one-on-one session or a small group session outside of your group classes. And another way that you could look at this outside of personal training or workouts would be to create a program in conjunction with your facility that helps people meet or achieve certain goals that have nothing to do with what you're doing in class. So, nutrition classes, accountability classes, mindset classes. People are starving for mindset coaching, starving in our day and age for mindset coaching. If you were able to create, let's say, a 6-week program, an 8-week program in conjunction with your facility and bring people in to do mindset lessons 2 times a week. Maybe they all join for that 8-week session and they come to your yoga or your Pilates class, and then they stay for a half an hour mindset session. And maybe you're working toward everyone being less stressed or whatever result you want to offer at the end. I know when I reduced my anxiety level through yoga, I was able to stop emotional eating. So these are all things that you could offer. And again, it's a new way to serve people. So you can look at non traditional methods of compensation because you're not doing the same old, same old. It's a win win, helps the facility serve their people, helps the people, helps you. Win, win, win. All right, y'all, you are so quiet today. Let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the chat. Also, if you're watching in the replay, put your questions in there too, because I will see them and I will come back and answer. All right, so that is my 3. The first one was rethinking the compensation model. That's the most obvious, also the most stressful. Remember my pro tip around you're not asking for a favor, you are having a conversation about facts and you're calling your employer to recognize your value. Super important. There is such a difference in tone between coming to your employer and saying, I need more money because the price of gas went up versus I am worth it to this facility because of XYZ. All right, number 2 was partner within your specialty to help organizations serve their people and then ask for a revenue share. And number 3 was get super creative around premium level add-ons and then use that as a new conversation around compensation and I would ask for a rev share. That's how I would do it. But no matter how you do it, additional income without adding workouts to your schedule and without hustling for new clients. All right, y'all. So that is what I have got for you today. I would love to hear what you think of what I just gave you. Please comment. Please contribute to the conversation, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching in the replay. Y'all, if you are interested in building a thriving business so that you can serve clients you love and make a great living doing it, subscribe to the Fit Pros Business Show podcast. I just started uploading all of the Fit Pros business shows that I do within the Grow Your Fitness Business group into Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. So now there's an audio only version and it's in the podcast platforms and it's called the Fit Pros Business Show podcast. I publish new business building information there every single week. All right, and I'm going to give you one more call to action. If you are ready to build your business for real and start making a real income and a real future and a real impact for your clients, my fitness business Kickstart is available right now. I did it as a recorded format this time. So you can go in there and you can start the lessons today. There's about 10 hours or less of lessons in there. And the purchase of that course even includes a one-on-one call with me. So when you first get in there, you commit to the date that you're going to finish those lessons. That keeps you accountable so that you will actually finish them. And then when you get to that date, you have scheduled a call with me and we have a call and we go through what you learned, what your aha moments were, and what you believe your next steps are. And I'm going to let you know whether or not you are on track or if you need to revise those next steps. Super valuable. It is so good. I love doing those meetings when somebody goes into that fitness business Kickstart, goes all the way through, gets to that phone call, and then we get to talk about everything they have learned and they've done and the action they've taken. It makes my life worth living. So I encourage you to do that. Go to fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. And you will find that. And I'm not able to put it in the chat right now. I don't know why. Let me see if I can do this a different way. I will get there. I will get there and I will put it in here. All right, here we go. I'm typing it in. So the name of the podcast, I'm typing it into the comments right now, is the Fit Pros Business Show podcast. And you can find it on Apple Podcasts, Google, or Spotify. And then the other thing I just mentioned is the Kickstart. And you can find that at fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. All right, I've just put those in the comments for y'all. Any other questions? Y'all, thank you so much for being here. I hope these ideas were useful. As you process them, please feel free to put more comments and questions into the chat. Put your ideas about how you're going to use this. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm going to cover this topic again in a few weeks on the Fit Pros Business Show over at the Grow Your Fitness Business group. And that time it will be specifically for business builders. So it'll be reframed a little bit different. We'll be talking a little bit less about facilities and gyms and more about how to use these ideas within your existing or your new business. And so it'll be just a little bit different, but you'll get to hear them kind of restated and reframed at that time. All right, y'all. I will see you there. Thanks for joining.